All right, people. It is time for me to continue this unplanned tirade of mine where I've been talking for almost a day straight. Now, on this video, I want to deal with certain types of immigrants. There are some black people who believes that Tariq Nasheed is a plant, a government plant. They believe that he was put in place by the letter boys to cause division between black Americans and blacks around the world in the diaspora. Excuse me. Okay, that he's a plant. Now, I don't believe that. And whether it's true or not, I think it's irrelevant. The only thing we should ask is, are certain types of immigrants a problem for us? If they're not, then there's nothing to worry about. If certain immigrants are a problem for black Americans, then his criticism is legit. It's warranted. If something presents a problem for you, it's a problem for you, regardless or not if an industry plant told you that it's a problem. If a government plant tell you that you're standing in the middle of a highway, should you not believe them simply because they're a plant? No, you better check out what they're saying. And if there's truth, you better get out the street. That's how I view Tariq Nasheed. And I don't believe Tariq is a plant, even though he could be. Anybody could be. I believe he's just a person who's been around the world and is far more familiar with people around the world than the average black American. But I'm going to give you my opinion. I believe these types of immigrants that I'm going to show you and talk about here are a serious, serious problem for black Americans. And I suspect, and I know for a fact, they're being put in place to do the things that they're doing, to cause problems for black Americans. They have been brought over here to cause problems, to help project black Americans in a negative light, to help demonize our image. Now, back when this woman came out, I had some objections. I used to talk about her. I've talked about her on my old channel. Now I want to deal with some more issues here. I don't have a problem with immigrants who come over here and you're not presenting yourself as a problem for us. But when you come over here doing stuff like what Kola Boof did, you need to go. You're unwanted. Simple as that. Now understand, keep in mind, this woman is from Sudan. She says Egypt and Sudan. But she came over here to the United States when she was around, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old, 10 years old. It's like 10 years old when she came over here to the United States. So she is a fresh immigrant. And I get sick of these people doing this.
Mother, who we call Nana, Glodine, because Egypt and Sudan have two different birth certificates for me, we don't really know what my age is, but we believe that.
There you go with that. Don't know how old they is. Okay, there you go. She just came out straight up with it, talking about in Egypt and Sudan, two different. So I don't know how old I am. Okay.
I was between the age of 8 and 10.
She's saying she was between the age of 8 and 10 when she was over here in the United States.
One of the first incidents that happened to me in America was I have two sisters. When I was adopted, I now had two new sisters, Tamla and Spring. Spring can almost pass for white. Tamla, like me, is a chocolate color, nappy hair, authentic black girl. Me, Tamla, and Spring.
Listen to her nappy hair. I can't tell with that big, gigantic, ridiculous wig she got on. She looked ridiculous.
And remember, I couldn't speak English. We would go on Good Hope Road to the corner liquor store to get candy and stuff like that. And the black men who ran the store...
Okay, now listen up here. Listen up here. Keep in mind, this woman is an immigrant.
Would give free candy to Puerto Rican girls for having good hair.
She's saying some black male owners of a store down the street. And this is around 1978 to 1980 she's talking about. Here in the United States. And around 1978 to 1980. She's saying some owners, some black male owners of a store said this to some kids. Some black female kids. Do you believe that?
And almost pass for white. Tamla, like me, is a chocolate color, nappy hair, authentic black girl. Me, Tamla, and Spring... And remember, I couldn't speak English. We would go on Good Hope Road to the corner liquor store to get candy and stuff like that. And the black men who ran the store would give free candy to Puerto Rican girls for having good hair. And they would verbally say this. These black men would say this, that you darkies, and these black men were much darker than us. But they would say, you darkies, wait in line while we, we want to take care of these girls first. And they would give these Puerto Rican girls free candy for having good hair.
I don't believe that. I ain't no immigrant. I'm American. I've never known for black men to be on no good hair kick. That ain't, where is that? Where in the United States has that been a culture? Those of you who I would say was born in the 70s, I want to hear from you right now. Where are you in the United States? And tell me, was it ever a part of black male culture where you're from for black men to be on a good hair kick? No, woman, that's how men from your country talk. You darkies gotta wait while we serve. That's you talking about your country. Don't bring your country over here. The behavior of your men over there, over here. I ain't never known for black men to be on no good hair kick. I don't believe that.
My black American father was so disgusted when he found that out. Just so incensed and insulted and just...
And understand, she's talking about her adopted... When she says my black American father, she's talking about her adopted father. She was adopted, according to her, by a black American couple. And she talks about this black American couple as if they're angels. And this black American couple that she says she was raised by are the only black Americans that she talks about in a positive light. Every other black American and every aspect of black American culture, this woman degrades.
Violent. He went up to that store and he just let those men have it. It almost turned into a fist fight. My father was almost arrested. And remember, when I talk about my parents right now, I'm talking about my black American parents, not my parents who were murdered when I was 6 years old in Sudan. I'm talking about a few.
Okay, so her real parents, her biological parents, were murdered over there in the Sudan / Egypt. She's an adopted immigrant who came over here to the United States and decided to monetize the demonizing of black men's image. That's all she did. And black men need to wake up. It is a whole industry out there where they get on board to make money off demonizing black males. That broad that claimed to have got slapped in the face with a brick is another recent example of what I'm talking about. Broad manufactured fake bruises, fake injuries. Talking about, I just got hit with a brick by a black man and all these black men ain't do nothing. Why are these black men hate us so much? Writing all these articles. They went on an anti-black male crusade when that happened. And here it is, this lion, and she was Sudanese or Somalian. Lion immigrant Somalian just coming over here to cash in on the business of demonizing black males. And this woman right here, Kola Boof, has spewed some of the most disgusting rhetoric you ever want to hear in your life. Now, listen to this. We go into another timestamp. I got a problem with immigrants like this. Like this. If you're not this way, I don't have a problem with you. This is crazy. We should have woke up a long time ago. Listen to this.
And images that tell us who is to be loved and who is not to be loved. I think one of the most painful things being a black girl in America, and it's according to all the emails and letters that I get from teenage black girls across the country, are the music videos and the rampant, blatant racism of the music videos. How black men completely have left out the images of their own mother's beauty, constantly catering to and promoting and celebrating the beauty of only pretty much non-black women in these music videos. It's very painful to see men. First of all, these girls don't have fathers to begin with. And then they see men who look like it should be their father in a video, always praising and loving someone who looks nothing like her, someone that we could never be or look like. And so it's extraordinarily devastating and destructive. It destroys millions of little black girls while they're young, watching these, constant music video images. And black men will lie and say that, well, the reason we can't put beautiful black women in our videos is because white executives won't let us. White men are stopping us from doing it. And that's a total lie. I was a model 20 years ago.
Let me stop this. Let me stop it right there. This lady has no idea what she's talking about. Those rappers don't have no control over the women that's in those videos. Some of the real elite rappers can have some say. And here's the thing. You lost if you're paying any attention to rappers at all, period. Rappers, whether it be male or female, this applies to R&B singers too, they do not represent the black American masses. These are different. These are not like regular people. And if you don't know that, then that's your problem. You should know better than that. So she's basically an airhead, trying to project the lives of rappers and entertainers. And I can't stand these Hollywood gossipers as if that's the lifestyle, or as if the general public is anything like them. Now, that is not to deny that there has been colorism here in the United States. Oh, yes, most certainly has been a craze over light-skinned. But I believe that this woman is lying. She is lying. And what she is doing is co-signing with anything that projects black men in a negative light. And everybody that knows her knows that's what she does. She's extremely anti-black male. She was one of the people who talked about to kill them, to abort them. If you have a black baby, drown them. One of these evil, sick psychopaths that has come over here and caused a lot of issues among black Americans.
White men are not the ones who are keeping black men from putting beautiful black women in their videos. They can put any woman in their video they want to put.
No, they can't. You idiot. Shut up. That's what I'm talking about. These people, shut up, woman. Lord, no, they can't. And many of them have a woman, a real wife, assigned to them. What are you talking about? These ain't nothing but puppets, industry puppets.
Just don't like black beauty, and they don't see blackness and Afrocentrism as far as looks. They don't see the Africoid phenotype as beautiful. You know, they have been raised on Wonder Woman and Charlie's Angels. And
no, that's you. And in case you've acquired amnesia, you big dummy, black men are the ones who started the Black is Beautiful movement. There was no idea to uphold and praise the black phenotype before black men came up with that idea. That wasn't no black female's idea. The black man went to the females and told them, take them goofy perms out your head. Let your natural hair grow out. The man made the women do that. I mean, what are you talking about? This is what I'm talking about. And she ain't even black American. Shut your goofy mouth. But these people lack respect for us to the point where they feel like they can speak for us and just get in on the disrespect. Woman, beat it. You better check the facts. You talking about we don't like the black phenotype. Wasn't nobody doing it before us. Nobody. Name the black females who came up with the Black is Beautiful movement. Who pushed it. Who managed it. Maintained it. It's black men who did that. And we were so committed to it that we stuck with it. What are you talking about? We don't appreciate. This is projection. Trying to project that anti-blackness that they have on the black males. And it was such a whack attempt on her part.
And
let's skip to the next timestamp. Peer projecting, saying we've been raised on Wonder Woman. Black man wasn't up nowhere watching Wonder Woman, you fool. You was watching Wonder Woman and had the white dolls. Y'all was doing that. You know, black man told y'all to put no blonde hair in your head. We're going to skip to 1832. And this video is actually loaded with a bunch of nonsense. And I will share the link at the end of this video. Look at her. This chick up here saying that black men hate blackness. Look at her playing with this wig. You goofball.
I get tired of black American women telling me, oh, we were raped in slavery.
Here again. Trying to speak for black Americans. And she's doing it as an immigrant. Listen to this.
I get tired of black American women telling me, oh, we were raped in slavery. The white man raped us in slavery. Black American women need to remember that their history did not begin as slaves in America. Their history begins in Africa.
No. Your history. You're talking about your history, woman. What you talking about? And this is a woman coming from Sudan. But everybody, they all think they got the authority to speak for us. Oh, the lost Africans who don't know that they're not American. Woman, get out of here.
Back in Africa, long before they ever laid eyes on white men, black women were raped and mutilated by African men. They lived as chattel wives.
Now she's literally talking about her homeland of the Sudan right now. Projecting the filth of her homeland onto us. Lord, man, it's mandatory. We have to identify people. Anybody who gets up and tries to speak as a mouthpiece for Black Americans has to be verified, identified as a Black American. And to be honest with me, if I can't tell by listening to you, I'm suspicious. You got to have a certain swag, a certain how you choose and deliver your delivery. I know Black Americans for the most part when I hear them. This goofball like this, no, beat it.
Very, very close to being what slavery is here, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Woman, shut up. You don't have the slightest idea of the cultures of the groups who were enslaved, who are over there in West Africa. Many of them they're not even there no more. So be quiet. You speaking about the Sudan. Like, oh, what in the world? This woman, and over here, talking like this.
We have been raped by all men. During slavery, black men had access to rape black women just as much as white men did. And when slavery ended...
Over here speaking on slavery. This is an immigrant, a whole immigrant. Said that during slavery, black men had access to rape black women. Okay.
Right now, today, 90% of the rapes of black women are committed by black men. We are molested and raped.
What? 90% of the rapes of all groups is by the men in their culture, you idiot. You're most likely going to be raped by the counterpart, people you grow up with in your community, dummy. Yeah, most women, 90% of women in Sudan, Sudanese, they're raped by a Sudanese man. Whoa, your great knowledge. Shut up, lady. Let's go to the next timestamp. This idiot right here. And she was getting roasted back in 2010, 2013 too. Even before then. She's been getting roasted for years. Now listen to this, boy. And again, that wig. Brace yourself for that wig, having to lay eyes on that wig. Lord, and we black men who've been natural for decades, flaunting it like ain't no tomorrow. She telling us that we hate blackness. We hate Negro features. The most prominent black feature is your hair texture. Easily by far, we're the only people with it. Other races of people can have big noses and big lips. Don't nobody else have our hair. The most distinctive, and that's the most suppressed among the black female population. So shut up. We hate blackness, you fool.
be silent. And, it's not normal to me to go to, my friend is having a baby, I'm at the maternity ward. I have never in my life heard a white man say, my baby came out too white. There is no such thing as my woman is too white or my baby came out too white. But I have been in maternity wards, visiting my friends having babies and so on all my life in America. And I have heard more than 3 times a black man in the maternity ward say, will be very upset because his baby came out too dark-skinned. And
she is straight up and down lying. She straight up and down made up all of that just to project black males in a demonic way. This is heavy. For people to go out of their way to first of all lie, and the lie involves demonizing the already most targeted demographic in the country. She made all of that up. And I know that's a lie. Talking about she worked in a maternity ward and never heard a white man say that my baby is too white, but she heard more than 3 times a black man be disappointed saying his baby was too dark. Again, wherever you are, if you're a black American, where in your country, in your part of the United States, has it ever, and I'm talking about going back however far you want, has it ever been a thing there for the black men to be fixated with color to that extent, where they'll look at their own newborn baby and be disappointed, saying, that sounds like something that came from the Sudan. What are you talking about? And if it took place here in the United States, that's most likely a black female doing that. The males, that was a female thing here in the United States. When it did arise and when it did pop up among black Americans, when there was discussions about I want a light-skinned kid or a mixed baby with Mexican blood or white blood or something like that, or Latino blood, that was coming from black females. They were the one with the doll baby toys. They had babies as toys just to do their hair. They was the one to end all that. So what is she talking about? She just straight up made that up and just decided to put black men in there, the lie on black men. Oh, it'll stick because it's black men. Anybody will believe anything negative about black men. And so she just basically came in and tried to monetize demonizing black men. This is now you're a problem. Now as an immigrant, or if you was a domestic person, you'd be a problem. Now you're a problem. Okay, you just happen to be an immigrant. You're a problematic immigrant. And people like you are definitely unwanted. Go back to your country, go back home, and don't come back. Don't come back. We should have been hip to these people a long time ago.
Black leaders, supposedly. And he hated black women and publicly stated that black women were men with that same mentality. Those black men were. There is no such thing as my woman is too white or my baby came out too white. But I have been in maternity wards, visiting my friends having babies and so on all my life in America. And I have heard more than 3 times a black man in the maternity ward say, will be very upset because his baby came out too dark-skinned. And this is a dark-skinned black man, chocolate, all of them, complaining that their baby...
She's lying. This is a story. She just straight up made up a lie on black men.
Baby came out
too the worst time that you can... No, look at how many lies there's been that has come up against us like that. This one, which you just heard, or these that you just heard, the lie that we are so fixated with impregnating women and running away, that was exposed as a lie as well. The worst types of lies to demonize our character have been put out there. And this was going on during slavery during the Jim Crow period, and it was used to justify lynchings. Today, it's used to justify other things like police killings and other injustices. This is the problem a lot of black men got. They've noticed that there's a demographic of black females actively working as our enemies as much as white supremacists. But it's more dangerous. Stuff like this is more dangerous coming from black females because they're our counterpart. So the world will see it, oh, it must be true. Their own women saying it. Okay, and these are everyday people. Now, y'all, I remember Lil Wayne, I think it was Lil Wayne, who said something derogatory against dark-skinned black women. Lil Wayne, do y'all know anything, anybody know anything about Lil Wayne? Especially after you've been groomed by the industry. Y'all have no idea. People who don't know nothing, who don't follow, who don't do no research in the Hollywood and the entertainment industry, I don't think should speak on it. Shouldn't speak on it. And you definitely shouldn't use them as an example or representative of the general public. Another thing, this woman came out her funny looking face and said, you see, and a lot of people back when she was spewing all this nonsense, they were not questioning the fact or questioning where she was from. Out here speaking like you some type of authority on black Americans. Look at what else she said. She said, black women didn't give up on black men. Black men gave up on black women. She said, you know, the black man can't stand his own nappy hair. Listen to this. She said, you know, the black man can't stand his own nappy hair. She said, he has to run his fingers through something that is totally alien to him. Oh, we're going to deal with this disgusting lie. We're about to deal with this. This is the same thing several black men have been lynched for. Ain't it disgusting to have black women pushing the same made up lies that got thousands of black men lynched, falsely lynched, and you still pushing them exact same type of lie, you disgusting wench. We've noticed there's a bunch of straight up evil demonic wenches. You got to be very careful out here. Black American men are the last group of people that anybody can accuse of disliking our nappy hair. And my hair ain't nappy. It's nappy when it's not combed or brushed. I don't know what you're talking about. We the last group of men on this planet you can accuse of disliking our natural. We pioneered the only natural hair movement. What is you talking about? Set the standard. Going around the world. What is you talking about? And we stayed that way. We revolted against trying to emulate other people once. We never went back to doing it. We didn't go back to doing it and then went harder when we went back. I don't know who you talking to. A lot of y'all out there, you need to start fixing your lips and checking the facts. Totally. So black men, historically in America, black American men, it's been a part of our culture to get off on running our fingers through alien hair, through other races of women. What is you talking about? If that has happened, that has not been coming from black males. This is coming from the black female. Why do you think they purchased those women's literal hair right now? So they can run their own fingers through it. Just like you kept doing in this stupid video of yours. Constantly flipping that raggedy, stale, crusty wig on your head, constantly moving it nonstop. She couldn't even stop moving it, flipping and flapping it around, you goofball. Boy, Boy, these goofy arguments, y'all should not be out here trying to expose nobody with your little pea-brain arguments. Black man can't stand his own nappy hair. You got some nerve. Saying that it's a multi-billion-dollar industry for y'all to completely hide your nappy hair, where you can't even see your hair at all. We walking around here with all the natural hairstyle. What is you talking about? These goofy, you bumped your head at some point recently, and you need to see a doctor. And said that we have to have hair that we can run our fingers through. Look at else. She said they don't see authentic black women as the mother of their race, which is what they should see. If nothing else, they should look at authentic black women as the beginning, the person who brought them back into the world. But no, I'm a bitch, I'm a hoe, again, or a gutter or a hood rat, again, projecting the lowliest type of black male, which is promoted on the TV through these rappers. That's their job. That's Hollywood's job, to project the black males in rap as the face of black males. So she's an airhead just like these others. She sounds like a hood rat herself, a dumb goofball, sitting up watching videos thinking that what they see on TV literally represents the population. No, that's what your rappers that you love so much and support so much be saying about you. And this knowledge that black men should look at black women as the mother of their race and should look at them as the ones who brought us into this world, that information was brought to you by yours truly. So what you talking about? All that knowledge, don't even try to get deep. You want to get into all that knowledge, that came from black males. Black males have launched more than one pro-black female movement. That old black woman is God movement, that was a whole nother sort of black as muted. It's a black female worship movement. Where these dudes was saying the black woman is God. And that are you out of your mind? Again, no other group of men have even come close to showing as much open adoration for their counterpart, for their group of women. It ain't even close. Like they think the black woman is God, the queen of the mother, all these queen nonsense. Look at Umar Simp Johnson. Find his white equivalent. Find the Latino equivalent. He can't even get through 2 sentences talking about black women. My queen, my beautiful black queen, just simping it up. And many of y'all love hearing black men talk like that. Oh, my beautiful black queen, all that nonsense to gas you up. Don't talk about us black men as being a group of men who are looking at black women as in a derogatory way. Get out of here. Said these are the kinds of names that they reserve for their black mother. Oh, here we go. Again, there's no other group of men who has ever shown as much adoration for their mothers than black American men. Dear Mama, how many songs have we made dedicated to our mothers? Let's get real here. We came from a big mama culture where everybody respected their mothers and grandmothers. They was like the head of the household. Everything was built around the grandma. What you talking about? So these are projections, a lot of them, I think, coming from her own home country. Either way, she is not fit to be even speaking on this stuff. Again, this is a whole immigrant. Why is she even opening her mouth? Boy, these people, the demonizing of black men's image is a business. It's a business. But pointing out people like her, that's just something that need to be done. That's not something that's made up. These ain't lies. Look at this. She made this in 2020. Said a lot of black men are struggling with the new changes in black women's personas. They abandoned and betrayed black women, yet they thought everything would just stay the same. Black women would care about their opinions and remain fearful of their rebuke. They thought black women die without them. I guess you meant they thought black women would die without them. So, and you understand, a lot of black women, black American women, look at this and got riled up, reacted to it. It's like, woman, shut your stupid mouth. Stop talking about black Americans, for black Americans, males or females. Shut up. Lord, mind your business. Go talk about Sudanese men. That's your business. Sudanese women, Sudanese culture. Talk about Egyptian culture. This is what I'm saying. And this is what we saying. Mind y'all flipping business. You're not black American, so shut up. Stop coming over here thinking you some type of authority figure that anybody can be a black American. No, you can't. And then later on down here, look at this. She said, and now they look so shocked. She talking about black men. Now they look so shocked when we don't even give a F about what they think, say, feel. Black women are becoming so indifferent and it just stuns them. We are so over them. Listen, maybe I can just speak for myself. We are not worried about who you date. I don't care how many of y'all date white men. Knock yourselves out. I'm saying the same thing I've heard all black men say. You dating white men should not involve dragging our image and name through the mud. You're always walking around justifying your decision to be with white men, saying it's because we're so horrible. No, it's just because you are head over heels in love with their genetics, with their DNA. You got it, literally got it on your head. You try to use us to justify your obsession. That was your dream ever since you've been a little girl playing with the dolls to have a Ken doll for your boyfriend. I'm saying it's because we so horrible and you co-signing with these very dangerous stereotypes. There's already been a number of black men who went to the grave based on the rhetoric, the lies that has been put out here by black females, whether they be black American or from abroad. We need to smarten up and, first of all, stop demonizing ourselves, because that's when it really becomes dangerous. That's when people feel justified. Y'all remember that guy in Detroit who went around stabbing random black people? And this guy came over from, where is he from? The Middle East somewhere. From Palestine. He's from Palestine. Flew over here in Detroit, went around late at night, stabbing random black Americans. And many people believe he was organ harvesting. And that's what people look at us as. A people is free organs. Oh, you wanna rake up, you wanna get some money, just go to United States, stab up some black Americans. They're flooding this country with immigrants right now. Hey, don't you think that's a real quick, easy come up? And the demonizing of black people helps to remove the guilt of whatever they do to us. It's been going on for a long time. It went on during slavery. They even used religion to remove the guilt from the people of enslaving these groups of people. And black men have led the way, studying history and pulling out the lessons that need to be learned from history so that we don't repeat the same thing in the future. And it's because they've been ignoring history, looking at it as that black stuff, that they walking right into the same mistakes that we already made in the past. Y'all better get on code, stop being goofy, and stop hating yourselves. We'll see y'all on the next live stream.